Hello again and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been many a moon since I last posted a video on my YouTube channel. You guys, 2014 was a very challenging year for me for so many different reasons. There's just so much going on, a lot of changes, things I was going through, things that happened. Anyway, I am really sad that I've neglected my YouTube channel because as much as I love blogging and I've been doing it for years, I really enjoy YouTube probably more. I love watching the videos, I love the personality that can come through, and I really feel like I've missed out in not dedicating more time to it, but it's just so much harder for me to do than blogging. Blogging I can do like the back of my hand now. But 2015 is here, it's a new year, and I'm really excited about my YouTube channel and a bunch of other goals that I have. So I am going to do it, you guys, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, a new video. Let's see if it happens, but I really feel like it's going to. Honestly, like, the end of the year, this year specifically, has been nuts. Me and Trevor actually just bought a house, which is crazy, and we just moved in last week, so I'm still digging through boxes and trying to find things, and that's why this bathroom is like really turquoise and green. It's like a two-tone. The house that we bought, the people were a little eccentric, to say the least, and so the house is like multicolored and just, there's gonna be a lot of work in this house, which we're excited about, but that is kind of explains where I am right now. I'm surprised I could even find all the things I needed to do this video. It's been hard enough just to like get dressed in the mornings and make it to work on time. So anyway, today I'm going to be doing a very, very highly requested video. My curly hair tutorial. I actually did a curling hair tutorial several years ago when I had much longer hair, and everyone loved it, and so I don't know if just time has gone by, it's lost somewhere in blogland, way before my YouTube channel existed. Well, not way before, probably right before, but anyway, ever since I cut my hair shorter, I've had so many more comments about how I curl my hair. So I don't know why that is, because I've always curled it the same way. I definitely think the cut, this kind of lob, is really in right now, and I've been loving it. But yeah, kind of to kick off the new year and say sorry that I haven't updated for those who like send me messages about how they miss my channels, my videos. This one's for you. So, a how to curl your hair video. I find that my hair curls best when it's clean. So I have just recently washed my hair this morning and I let it air dry. You can blow dry it, and it kind of depends on what kind of look you're going for. So air drying is obviously healthier for your hair, so I try to do that as much as possible. But sometimes if I blow dry my hair, I can get a little more natural volume. So you know your hair type, you know that if you blow dry it and it like blows up, then maybe you don't want to do that. If I blow dry it, I can get kind of crazier curls and volume, which sometimes is the look I'm going for, but if I want a little more soft and supple waves, I really like to do it when my hair is just air dried. Today I let it mostly air dry. I kind of gave it a little kickstart with the blow dryer, left it like damp, but kind of started it off so I didn't have sopping hair all day. So yeah, kind of pick which look you're going for. Today I'm doing mostly air dried, which kind of creates more of a supple curl, which is more what I do on a daily basis. So let's get started. The type of curling iron you use is going to make or break your curls. I know a lot of people curl their hair with hair straighteners these days. I don't know how you all are doing that, by the way. Have you guys ever tried to do that? Mine just come out like kinky, crazy mess. I don't have the talent. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm old school. Call me crazy, but I'm gonna use a curling iron to curl my hair. I know, it's just nuts, it's wild. But anyway, so the curling iron that you use, I think, makes such a huge difference. I really love Hot Tools. That's the brand of curling iron I have. I bought this curling iron, actually it was gifted to me like 4 years ago, and I still use it. It's still going strong. So, you know, if it seems pricey, and these are actually really quite affordable, it's really worth your time. It's really worth investing in because they last forever. Really what you want to look for is you want a curling iron that gets really hot and that the barrel is really smooth. And I would touch it right now, but it's heating up. And what I mean by that is that when you put your hair in it, you want it to glide. Sometimes if you get a curling iron at, let's say, like a grocery store or something, it will... Sorry, that whistling blowing sound is my heater, I believe. Anyway, sometimes when you buy a curling iron from the grocery store, it's a little cheaper made, and it can pull and tug and rip your hair. That is a no-no. Not only is that bad for your hair, but there's something about them that just does not do the same thing with curling your hair. So invest in a higher quality curling iron. You will be so thankful and grateful that you did. Before you use hot tools on your hair, you gotta protect it. I've done a bunch of research on, you know, thermal sprays, and this Tresemme Thermal Creations is one that got rave reviews for being just really great and really affordable. I think it was like $3 at Walgreens, you guys. This stuff's awesome. It has a nice scent, but my favorite part is that it has a really fine mist. So it just disperses evenly around over all of your hair. And I also really love the nozzle. Normally they're the push down, and I feel those get like built up with product quite easily, but this doesn't. So I love that. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna spray it. And you know, I'm a big believer in there's never too much of that. Obviously you don't want your hair to be softened. After I spray it, I brush it through my hair just to make sure that it's getting everywhere and all that jazz. All right, so now my hair has been protected. Protection first, kids, protection. All right, now I like to split up my hair in sections before I curl it. I actually don't have a lot of hair, surprise, surprise, it's just not really existent. So I really only do this in like maybe 1 or 2 parts. Normally I would use a friendly little clip, but seeing that I cannot find anything in this house yet, I'm gonna have to tie it up with a hair tie. I tend to avoid that simply because it's harder to work with and it can crease your hair. So if you have a clip, you know what I'm talking about. Get the clip and use that. All right, let's get started. This piece always like hangs out, so we're just gonna kind of pull it up. All right, so what we're focusing on is these bottom sections. Now, if at any point you touch your hair and you feel like it needs some more of that thermal spray, go ahead and do that. So here is the trick, folks. You wanna curl away from your face. That is what makes the most flattering curls. I don't know why, it just does. I like to start at the base of my hair, which closer to the root, and I gently pull as I'm curling. And you might have to grab this and release it a little bit and just let it fall. Isn't that gorgeous? May not be, it's like a slinky. It looks kind of like a ringlet right now, and that's okay. We're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna brush them out. So just continue around the rest of your head. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is really kind of hard to do in my viewfinder, so I might have to turn around and do it on kind of a less ideal angle. Good thing I put deodorant on, folks. Well, you guys can't smell through the camera, but you know what I mean. I actually got this new deodorant in a line that I love, and I swear it smells like Christmas trees and cologne, which I don't know, I'm kind of loving that. I don't know if that's like weird. Anyway, as you can see, when I'm moving on to the other side, I'm curling away and pulling away and letting it glide. So curling away from your face. And that's why the quality of curling iron you have is so important, because you really want it to be able to glide and pull without it ripping your hair out. So since I'm kind of going more for a fun, wavy, relaxed look, I'm not really like caring if I grab every little piece. We can do touch-ups later. Alright, so we got most of the bottom. I know I don't have much hair, and right now my hair is really short, but obviously this can be applied to longer hair too. Alright, so we're moving on to the next section, and the next section for me is most of my hair. So what I do is I take these fun little front pieces and I'll pull those up because I like to focus on them last. And actually, this is kind of a hairdo that's like in right now. You know, everyone's doing the little top knot bun on top of their heads. I don't know, guys, I just don't feel like I can pull that off. Like, leave a little something up here. All right, and we're gonna get the rest of this. This is the money. These are the curls that really frame the face, and you want to be very pretty. All right, so you kind of have to flip the longer hair over. And you really don't have to hold it long if your curling iron's hot enough. See that? Beautimus. And we just continue. Away from the face, flippity dippity dippity, pull, pull, pull. You know, this is a very formal tutorial for you guys. But it's what works for me, and you guys seem interested. Flip, curl. Sometimes I think it helps just to be able to see it be done. I know a lot of people have left me comments and messages about my haircut, kind of the angled lob as they call it, and I've been loving mine. I feel like it's super versatile. You kind of get that short hair look that has all that fun spunk element, but it's still long enough where you can really do, you know, pretty things like curl your hair and you can still put it up. So, yeah, if you guys have been debating it, just go do it already. Just go out there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there is just always one side of my face that curls better than the other. And it always tends to be this, wait, this one? I don't remember. You'll see when I'm done. But that's just the way it goes. And sometimes our hair decides to curl better than other days. What are we gonna do about it? First world problems, folks, first world problems. All right. I'm just going, away. Glide. Man, my heater's just whistling away. Whistling. Whistle while you work. All right, so I kind of look like, you know, a pilgrim or someone from, what were the Little Women? You know, one of the Little Women. Loved that book and movie growing up. Who doesn't? Don't forget the back pieces. Sometimes they can be hard to find and snatch, but you can use a mirror from behind. And with these ones, I just tend to use the same motion, but it doesn't really matter which way they curl. It's really the ones in front of your face that frame your face that you want to curl away. Aha! See? This one snatched him. So yeah, you know, you'll get the little bitty flyaways. All right, so now we've done the bulk of the work, the main midsection. We're gonna do these top pieces that really kind of are the je ne sais quoi. Ah, see, this is why you use clips, man. I just like ripped a ton of hair out. Ugh, the pains of moving. All right. So these are just my top pieces of hair, not a lot. I tend to not want to go too tight on these curls just because when you have too many that are that close to your face, it can look a little cray. So you see that time I grabbed a huge section at the top. Like instead of doing an individual, I grabbed this whole piece, but it's very thin, and put it all together. This kind of gives it a softer approach and a little more like, oh, I just have these tousled curls that I woke up with. And a little less, you know, severe, like I'm 16 and I'm going to junior prom and I'm really excited and I want glitter in there with hairspray. A little much? All right. This is the most important piece to me because it is like right in my face. Pull away. And, you know, you can kind of change how you do this one. I kind of like a little more 70s look with my curls sometimes, and so I don't mind it getting a little more voluminous right here, but you can kind of play around with that. Now, depending on how high you want the curls to start at the base, you can go up really high and keep it tight up here, but keep on pulling. Just keep on pulling, pulling, pulling. away. You know? You gotta sing, guys. You gotta sing to keep the happiness. All right. We might just be getting to the end, folks. All right, so we have all the hair curled. It's a little tight for my taste. So I take a brush. Sorry, this is really just covered in hair. Y'all wanted to see that. Reality, folks. All right, the key for me is to brush from the bottom first. So I kind of grab it in a ponytail and I kind of hold it. I don't know why, it's just what I do. All right, take it or leave it. I just feel like it, for some reason, makes them a little more soft. So I brushed it all out, but the beauty is that you can go through and piece it now. So you can leave it like this, but your hair is gonna bounce right back into that curl. So take it and piece it, and you can make it as piecey as you want. And you'll notice that one side just kind of curls more than the other, so I always get like really like tight curls. And if that bothers you, feel free to go through with your curling iron and just kind of go like this. Or you can use a hair straightener if you kind of have both going on. You don't clamp all the way down, you just kind of run it through, and it'll just kind of soften that up a little bit. If it looks too piecey here, you can brush it all into one curl. See how I just did that and I kind of got rid of it? You can blend it in by piecing them together. So it's kind of like artwork. There's a lot of manipulation that you can do to really change up the look of the hair. All right, now this is something I've kind of added into my routine in the last few years, and I'm almost embarrassed to admit it, but I do a little bit of teasing. Now, when I first moved to Utah, I had no idea what teasing was. I mean, I kind of knew a little bit, like for updos and stuff, but I mean, I'd only gotten my hair done like once or twice for school dances and whatnot. But I will never forget my freshman year, seeing my roommate literally just like creating the nastiest rat's nest in her hair and wondering what the heck she was doing. Now here in Utah, they take it to the extreme a little bit. I mean, you get like a total box head, but a little goes a long way. So I do tease a little bit. It can be really helpful for those of us who have very thin hair that doesn't have a lot of natural volume. So I mostly focus on my crown, which is back here. And you want a comb that, I mean, they create combs for it, but just that has teeth somewhat together. Pull up the chunk of your hair and you go up and down, up and down, up and down. And it kind of creates a little, you see how it lifts right there? And what I do is I take it and I pull it to stretch all the way across the back of my hair. And then I'll take the wide end of my comb and kind of brush the bottoms so that part kind of goes more naturally into it. And it creates a lot of volume here, but it can like still be brushed down into the rest of the curls. Another place I'll do this is on the sides, because sometimes those are lacking. And I don't go too crazy there. I just want to get a little bit, yes, I crunch and scrunch. When I was platinum and my hair was like super destroyed, I didn't even have to use a comb. I could just crunch my hair and it would totally work. It's amazing. And I don't really need volume on this side because I have so much hair on this side from my part, but it's nice to just kind of see how much you can get. You don't want to leave it there. Come on, ladies. We're not gonna be crazy. I would invest in a comb like this. I love this comb. It's amazing. I love using the wide tooth comb for brushing my hair out when I just got out of the shower. And then it's nice to have the tight end for parting and teasing. And then I really like using this to brush out the tease a little bit. You don't want to like go right back and brush out what you just did, but kind of like the ends of it. So I kind of grab it and pull. I know, I'm a weirdo. It's kind of a little curlier today than normal. All right, so that is how I curl my hair pretty much every day if I'm curling my hair. I have been using an argan oil from Your Theory. but I cannot find it. Of course, it's in a box somewhere, but using some type of oil, Moroccan oil, can really help kind of finish off the look and polish off the loose ends. And sometimes your hair is a little frizzy, especially if you blow dried it, whatever. And it's kind of nice to just run through your hair, but today obviously that's not going to happen. And then I don't normally hairspray my hair every day, but if I know I'm going out, if I know I'm going to be doing a lot and it's going to get a little crazy, you can hairspray it now. But this is the look. I mean, it's pretty much what I always do. I just kind of play around with it, piece it out. You can have it as piecey as you want. If you want it more just like subtle waves and not pieced out, just take that comb or brush and brush it out. That's the beauty of this. It's really manipulatable. I do want to preface and just let everyone know that everyone's hair curls differently. You know, if you do everything I said to do and it just isn't looking the same or how you want, we all have different hair types. So this is what works for me. I hope it works for you or gives you some idea of what will work for you. But the more you play around with your hair and the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. So just practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. Perfect curls. Well, hopefully that was what you guys were looking for. I know so many of you have been asking me to do this video. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. I'd be happy to answer, and I will see you next Tuesday. See ya. Bye. All about that volume or that bass. You know, I always thought it said no trouble, and my husband had to tell me it's no trouble, which makes more sense.